Should the elected sheriff of Los Angeles County answer to the politicians from the local communities that the department serves, or the voters who elected him? Do you think the $151 million from West Hollywood Medi-Cal fraud that was linked to Russian organized crime is something that the LA County Sheriff's Department should be more aggressive in fighting? And should the Sheriff's Department continue to collect racial data from only persons who are willing to comply? Or is this a waste of time and money?
The sheriff is an independent elected official who is the chief law enforcement officer of the county, so he has more power than the chief of police. My goal is to not be a competitor with my colleagues in the police departments, but to work with them under mutual aid agreements, make sure that we're all doing the things that we're supposed to do to help one another. And because the Sheriff's Department in Los Angeles is the largest in the United States, I'm helping these other police departments more than anything else. The flexibility that I have as a sheriff, as say opposed to a chief of police, who has to go through a chain of command to a police commission or even a city council and a mayor to change policy, whereas I can change policy based on a collaboration with the people I work with, such as the recent Compton shootings that we had 30 days ago today, where I had to change my pursuit policy, I had to change my training practices, and I had to come up with a better policy regarding shooting firearms at moving vehicles. All that was done by a lot of listening, and that's what a sheriff is supposed to do. And I think that sheriffs, because they're elected, are more sensitive to receiving input. Well, all police departments are independent in America, so that's good. America has no national police department. So that means every community sets its policies for the things that it believes is important, and that's the way it should be.
In particular, the news articles covering West Hollywood have reported $151 million paid by Medi-Cal to Russian storefront medical operations. Do you know anything about the fact that the FBI has targeted it as a special area for investigation?
Oh, yes. The Medicare fraud is a big problem with storefronts that have operated as clinics, and yet all they are fraudulent billing administrations in those offices, and a variety of forged documents are prepared, and that's how they're getting their money.
Is it true that this money is being wired from the United States to other countries and maybe possibly going to terrorists?
The money that's derived from counterfeiting and some organized crime activities, whether it's Medicare fraud or software fraud or theft of products that are replicated as being the higher end product, but it's a knockoff, so to speak, a phony piece of merchandise. All that money is going to other countries in addition to staying here. It goes to the Middle East, it goes to the Latin countries, and it goes to the Asian countries as well.
We told Sheriff Baca that Full Disclosure had interviewed LAPD Chief Bernard Parks a number of times on this issue of collecting racial data, as ordered by the federal court consent decree. He described the exercise as asking police officers to fill out a survey form which would prove that they are violating someone's civil rights. Wouldn't that incriminate the officer that's being asked to gather the information?
Well, the gathering of the information is designed to make sure that officers are not discriminating against an individual group.
At this time, are county sheriffs enforcing federal immigration laws?
I think the federal government would like to see sheriffs and police do their work for them. But the clear point of this is that we've got so much of our own work to do that we don't have time to be breaking away from our murderers, robbers, rapists, drug dealers, car thieves, and various burglars that we're dealing with on a daily basis to go after someone that looks like he's an illegal immigrant. Not only is the federal government not doing the best they should do, they need to pay Los Angeles County for incarcerating illegal immigrants. They need to fully pay the state of California's prison system for incarcerating illegal immigrants. This is all the result of politics that has not been sufficient in terms of its policies concerning illegal immigrants with either Mexico, El Salvador, Nicaragua, Russia, the Middle East, or Asian countries. That the federal politicians have got to step up to the plate and say, as I think they're doing now, enough is enough.
Do you want to see all the revealing information on this program that the mainstream media won't tell you? You can view this entire program on your cable system. Visit our homepage and click on the channel guide to locate your channel and airtimes by community. Or you can purchase the full programs on DVD, VHS, transcripts, or audio tapes by visiting our media store.